That vinyl, guys, 1,500 subs, celebratory contest entry.
Okay, that was a mouthful. So for that vinyl, guys, contest, it's very simple. You just have to pull your 15th album from the front and your 15th from your back, and then say your sixth most favorite group or band or solo artist. Okay, pretty simple. But I'm going to make it complicated, like I always do. So I'm going to cross media with this, and I'm going to start with books. Top of the shelf, bottom of the shelf. I kind of went like that. So the first one, the 15th book, was this Jane Austen Mansfield Park Penguin edition. So I'm going to show you. So, well, you can see, like, it's going to be ruined. This is my other one. But you can see the size. So it's like the paper. What do you call that? Like the regular paperback. This would be called a... Oh, it's got a special name. Anyways, this is the paperback edition. And I go crazy over these old penguins. I love the art. I love the way they feel. Like they feel different than other books. They're just so cool. And then this one even has an art. I can't pull it back too much because it'll crack. You know, there's even a picture of the artist in there. I mean the writer. So pretty cool edition. Okay, and then I have A Kestrel for a Knave by Barry Hines. Now I'm gonna admit that I've actually never read this book. I bought this as part of this Penguin. Can you see that? I'm not sure if that's going to be backwards or not. Just in case, I'll show it that way too. Penguin Decades, and this one is from the 60s. I was at one point trying to get this whole collection. I don't have them. I think I might have about a third of them. So this was celebrating 75 years of penguins, and they decided to pick the most important and influential books to Britain at the time of publishing. And then they had new art made for each. So as you can see, for example, this one I think is, where's Clockwork Orange? I can't read it backwards. There it is. That one's a Clockwork Orange. So you can see, like, they commissioned new art. And even, like, this one is, like, trippy art. I haven't read the book, so I don't understand it. But I definitely need to. This is an important novel. Okay? So there, I started with books. I'm rearranging my comics. I have all of my giant size. And this was the 15th that I pulled. So this is Giant Size Defenders number 4. Like I said, I'm trying to collect all these. I just loved this format. They're like really thick. And so this would have been originally 25 cents, but it's a double size issue, right? Kind of like an annual. And here the Defenders are fighting the Squadron Sinister. Pretty cool. There's Yellow Jacket. I love Yellow Jacket, Nightcrawler. And then the 15th from the end in that drawer was this gorgeous Tomb of Dracula number 15. The cover's pretty funny, but look at that. That's just a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And he's lining up a bat in his sights, and it's batam, and then that bat gets shot. And when he falls down, okay, you get the idea. You can see the image, but I love it. I shot a bat, but I killed a vampire. And look at his face. And then it says, but how long will a vampire stay dead? And look at I love his little ruffles. He's a dandy vampire. I have 2 more things to show. So let's go ahead and show the vinyl. The 15th one that I pulled was Songs by Japan's Yukiji Asaoka. Okay, and I don't think I've reviewed this. I've definitely listened to it. It's very nice. There you go, the back. I wish I had way more older Japanese albums in my collection. Now, the funny thing is, this one is actually, it's not a Japanese album. It's definitely a Japanese artist, but everything's in English. So that was my 15th. And then the 15th from the other end was Nancy Wilson, Easy, from Capitol Records. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And there's the back. Who is she with? Musical direction by Jimmy Jones. So there you go. Some other albums. And if you want to see what's on there, you can. I See Love Is Blue. All right, How Insensitive. And now, my sixth favorite group. Now, this is just kind of a ridiculous one. Like, there's no way that you could possibly do this, like count your first 5, but that's always going to change. I think it's just fun and whimsical. It's a whimsical question. So I grabbed Alan Parsons Project. So I absolutely love the Alan Parsons Project, but definitely not my number 1. So I don't even want to. Let's just say this is my 6th. Oh yeah, and the reason the number 6, because 1,501 and 5 equals 6. Okay, so here we go with Alan Parsons Project's. I think it's the second album, and this is a gatefold that's on the back. Now, this album is absolutely stunning. I love this album, but I've always thought that it's a concept album, but I actually don't know how the songs relate to the books by Isaac Asimov. I kind of need to investigate that. I mean, this is one of those albums that I grew up listening to, so it's ingrained, but I never really took the time to like think about it. So I'm going to do that. And then I just wanted to show this as a bonus because I pulled this one out. So this is Alan Parsons' first album, and this is the Tales of Mystery and Imagination based on Edgar Allan Poe. And I wanted to show this because I nabbed this for 50 cents. Now, this is one of those albums that has at least 2 different covers, right? But yeah, I was lucky. I like snagged that beauty for 50 cents back in the day. Now, the final thing that I'm going to show is, you all know that I'm collecting the Epic Collection. Well, most of you do if you watch my channel. Oh, you can't see them, but they go in a line all the way around my bookshelves. When I do my other videos, you can see them going around. So I went ahead and picked, obviously, 15 and 15 from the end, and man, I pulled 2 stinkers. I was kind of sad, but they're both 90s. So the first one I picked was Amazing Spider-Man. And this one is Round Robin, and it's from 1991 and 92. And I mean, you can just tell, you know, I mean, this isn't bad. I was actually still reading comics at this time. But it's definitely not like prime Spider-Man. So 90s. And then I didn't pick X-Men. I picked X-Force. And this is Executioner's Song. And this is volume 2. Now, the only thing that I could tell you that the redeeming quality is that this has John Romita Jr. art. And I actually, as I've said before, I'm a big fan of his stylized art. So even though this is 90, whatever issues are done by him, like, I'm a fan of. So there you go. Oh my goodness, I forgot to talk about movies. So you know what? I just ran and grabbed my 15th Steelbook. And it's not actually a Steelbook. So this is called the Diamond Luxe Edition of Gremlins. And my husband is a huge Gremlins and Goonies fan. So I had to get this for him. And this is not like a Steelbook. It's actually a really cool. So you take out the J card. And it's such a gorgeous edition of this. Like almost full back art. You could see it. And it's magnetized when you open it up. It opens up like this, and then you get this gorgeous inner art, and then you open it up, and the quality of this thing, this is way better than a Steelbook. I wish that there were a lot more of these. I only have two of these Diamond Luxe editions. I would love to have more, and I wish Warner Brothers would put out more of these. So I'm going to weave this into the movie that I just made. So there is my video to support a new channel. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention, the reason that I saw this video is because of Doug Anderson. Doug Anderson made a video, and I'm a huge fan of Doug Anderson, one of my favorite YouTubers out there. So I want to thank you, Doug, for steering me in the direction of a new channel. And again, please go sub both of them, and I want to thank you for your support. Of course, comment, right? I love comments. Welcome to Garage Geek. That was a mouthful, and I've put a lot in this mouth.